Nice to meet you all. So my name is Youngho from Yonsei University. Very happy to introduce ourselves as a new member of local chapter Korea in UNISEC. So yeah, as well as the people from Tanzania, I'm just gonna talk about like who we are and what kind of activities are doing being is done in Korea. So currently we're established as with the two members in Korea. So one's KAIST and the other one is Yonsei, which I'm from. So KAIST is based on Daejeon and Yonsei University is based on Seoul. So we are about 2 weeks old, I guess, as a local chapter in Korea. So we're pretty new and especially for me, uh, I'm not really aware of like the activities in UNISEC, so I have to ask like a lot of helps from you guys. So yeah. Okay, so at the moment, there's 2 point of contacts. So one's me and the other one is Professor Hyun Bang from KAIST. So like I said, we have two member universities, Yonsei and KAIST, and the students numbers is about like plus 50 students, and those are all graduate students. Like I didn't really bother to count like all the undergraduate students in our unis. So yeah. And because we are very young local chapter, we didn't even counted other labs in our uni as well. So I guess you can just guess like we have like a lot more students to join afterwards in our local chapter. So even the professor number is just two of us, but I hope to be have more companions around in our unis and even our other fellow universities in Korea as well. So, okay, so a brief introduction about myself is, so my name is Youngho. I graduated and got my PhD at Yonsei University at 2018, and then I moved to Australia, Sydney, and then over there I was started to build like CubeSats over there. So before I was doing like guidance navigation control about space dynamics, but afterwards I was doing CubeSats. I've been asked to do like building up CubeSats as well as lecturing like space engineering courses. So I built three of them when I was in Sydney. Two of them are still alive in the orbit. Afterwards, last year I joined the back. I came back to Yonsei University as a research professor. Currently, we are building two CubeSats and we just signed the contract to build two more. So I'm just gonna introduce those later on. Afterwards, after I introduce activities in KAIST. So KAIST stands for Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. Uh, Obviously, the one of the best university in Korea in science and technology in STEM area. So the team, ASCL, is led by Professor Hyun Bang. I believe he's in the room as well. He's currently running a big research group, like four postdocs, about 20 of PhD candidates and nine master students as well. Their research area, I guess they pretty much cover most of the aspects in space, like attitude determination and control of the satellites and guidance navigation and control, and as well spacecraft system engineering, like CubeSats and payload designs. So I think they started to be involved in CubeSat development in 2017 in uh, together with the QB50 project with the Link satellite. I believe this is when the photo was taken when they were fabricating the satellite, and it was deployed in 2017 from the International Space Station. And the beacon was arrived, and then some minor issues was happened with communication with internally, I think. But there were some key achievement because it was the first attempt for them to build a CubeSat. And then later on, they progressed with K2 Set, launched in 2018 with the Falcon 9 to do like some other more advanced mission to like bring a camera or maybe a voice repeater on board. And then later, I guess in 2022, with the Korean launch vehicle, the second launch, I think, which was carrying like 4 university CubeSats, the name ROMDEV, which is also carry the Earth observation camera, but now this time it's a hyperspectral camera. Now it's reused CubeSat, and then yeah, as you can see in the photo, uh, our launch vehicle actually carried the camera and then took some videos of like when the satellite was launched. And then the downlink and uplink were all successful. And there's a student taking a photo. Okay, okay, so that was for the KAIST. Sorry about the very, um, how can I say, very poor introduction about them because I'm not from KAIST, so maybe I can focus more on the research activities or maybe CubeSat activities or other activities in Yonsei. So we are based in Astrodynamics and Control Laboratory. Uh, and also, one thing I need to stress out is that we have established a new department, which is called the Satellite Systems. So we call it DSS. It's only 1 year old and it's dedicated for space engineering. So, and as well, it's a graduate school. So we don't really have undergraduate students at the moment, but we are willing to have like to grow as a more general department, to grow as a more general department and have undergraduates and graduate courses as well. So our area is much more like Professor Bang's laboratory. So we do like orbits, attitudes, and formation flying, randomly docking. But nowadays, we are a lot more focused on CubeSat development and as well like CubeSat educations as well. So our journey had begun with the Carnival series, which was a collaborative project with NASA. So the name Carnival X, as you can see, it's an experiment mission doing some formation flying to do some technical demonstration for virtual telescope, uh, like like virtual alignment. So it was launched in 2020, but right after the beacon transmission, the satellite was we lost the communication. So and then after we moved towards the second mission. So our second mission was named Carnival C. So the previous mission was Carnival X, which stands for the experiment to test the actual mission, which was Carnival C. The C stands for coronagraph. So this mission was to test uh, and observe or maybe to measure the solar coronagraph using the formation flying technology. So as you can see in the bottom like figures, like uh, 2U satellite will spread out some occulter and then try to hide the sun, and then the 1U satellite will try to take a photo of the sun and then try to observe the coronagraph surrounding it. It was launched on 2021, but very unfortunately, we couldn't got anything out of this. So, but uh, yeah, we progressed to the next mission again. So the next mission was called Newman. This was a little bit laid down mission, like because as you can see in the previous slides, like our mission scope was a little bit more, how can I say, ambitious, like formation flying and very tech uh it had a lot of technical issues. Like we had to carry like thrusters on a 2U satellite, and then we had to do some virtual alignment, things like that. But this mission was rather simple. So we only carried the camera, and then we intended to take some aerosol coming through our wet sea to measure some air pollution. So it was launched in 2022, and this satellite is still alive. Uh, we we're running communication or maybe operation campaign almost every day since like uh, right after the communication. But as you can see, it's like almost 2.5 years old. Uh, so it's pretty old, and many of the components are dying. So we are unofficially shutting down the campaign at the moment. So actually, this is what we are working at the moment. So now we had a like a semi success. So now we again uh, try to go back to our first goal, like to do some more ambitious things again. So this is sponsored by the Hanwha company, as you might know, a big defense company in Korea. They want to try some satellite rate laser ranging system on ground. And the mission for us was like to reflect back that laser to their ground station. And as well, at the same time, carrying some cameras and other laser sensors that to make sure that the satellite was hit by the laser. This is for defense purpose, of course, but as well, we can use it for other uses as well, like for some space object detection or maybe debris as well. So the satellite is almost at the end stage. We are fabricating the flight model and we are waiting for the delivery. And we are also fabricating another satellite at the moment, which is called the Vision. These satellites are twin satellites, 6U, trying to test some laser communication in space, aiming for like 1,000 kilometers up to 1 Gbps. So it's funded with the Agency of Defense Development in Korea. And never mind of those photos, uh, it just means that we are delivering a lot of data in space. So this one is currently under development in like engineering model stage. So we don't really have a launch plan at the moment. And like I mentioned before, we just signed two contracts for satellite CubeSat development. One's for testing some active, how can I say, disposal mission, like using thrust to slow the speed and then dispose itself to mitigate debris issues. And the other one is to fly to a very high orbit and then to measure some space radiation or things like that. Okay, so I guess that's a very brief introduction about ourselves. Thank you for listening. And is there any questions?